You're at risk of losing your job, your business, or your company with the way AI is going. Over the years, AI is increasing its capability, but there are things you could do to mitigate this kind of effect, right? There are things you could do to prevent this or to be ahead of your game. One of the core things I've seen when new technology like this comes on board or new um, platforms comes on board is that demand is never eliminated, right? It's only created. So more demands are always created, not eliminated. And so if you are looking at the wrong aspects of things, which if you are fixing your mind on the skills rather than on the demand, then you are going to be affected. Let me give you a typical example. And I'm going to focus on the software ecosystem, right? The tech ecosystem. For example, WordPress. When WordPress came out, a lot of people felt that WordPress is going to replace a whole lot of developers, right? It's going to take away a whole lot of jobs and the rest. And the truth is, definitely, it actually took away some jobs, right? It took away jobs like if we were focused on building basic websites using codes, then someone can just come and use drag and drop and then build those websites within a short period of time. At the end of the day, clients are more focused on you getting the job done within a short period of time. So if someone else comes in and get the job done within a short period of time comes, then you know what that means. And WordPress helped it like it did that perfectly well because instead of you using this to code like pages, someone can just use like maybe even a day and create multiple pages by just dragging and dropping. So WordPress actually replaced basic um, developers, right? That just was on using HTML and basic codes to build a web page. But in turn, it created more demand. So it created jobs like a WooCommerce specialist. It created job like plugin developer. So if you were good in building, if you're good with PHP, you can you could just easily just learn and read on the documentation on how to build a plugin for WordPress, and then you fill in the demand. So it ended up creating more demand and more work, more jobs. Another case would be something like all these cloud platforms that are available now. Before now, most people were focused on having on-premises, servers, right? And then by then there were a whole lot of people that did the installation, so that was the job for people. And there were people that did those server administrators, right? So, but now with a whole lot of cloud platform coming on board, most of the on-premises stuff are being, wiped out. Though there are still people using on premises, like I said, it doesn't take all the job, but it takes a portion of the jobs, right? So now it's these cloud platformers be able to create more demands for things like cloud engineer, cloud architects, and more jobs like DevOps and the rest of it, right? So you see, the demand is always there, and more demand are going to be created. So it's left for you to like sit back and be like, okay, what are the demand available? How do I tweak this my skill set, or how do I learn new things and add it to my skill set to be able to supply this demand? And then once you think that way, it makes it easy for you not to be scared of the new technology of ground, but more of be prepared, right? So it's going to impact a lot with people who are more fixed, who just feel like, okay, I learned this skill for many years and I want to hold on to it tight. I don't want to change it. That becomes a problem because if a technology comes on board and it makes your skill set like gone, you are in trouble. I like the fact that a lot of profession now are a lot of guys and people now are adopting it because, for example, in photography, a lot of AI is able to build artistic images, and most photographers are smart at picking this up. And instead of just sitting down for hours trying to manipulate image the way they want it, they could simply adopt the tool and use it to make their work quicker, use it to like manipulate some section of the image. So now it boils down to their creativity, not actually sitting down to do the hard work. So now people with more creativity are able to like use the tools available to them and implement it. So in summary, the best you could do is to be away. So always constantly be seeking this information. And two, you have to be prepared to use the tools available to get the job done instead of being so fixed on the skills you already have, right? So fixed that you lose focus on what is happening, right? Another trend I've seen is that with the old trend of AI being able to write code, I've realized that even though AI is able to write code, now there's a new demand for um, annotators, right? And also AI trainers, so people that are able to train AI. So you see, uh, new technology comes on board, it creates new demand, and the people with the current profession needs to be ready to adapt to it, to learn more skills or new skills or tweak their existing skill and be able to supply the current demand that are available. So when you see new technology comes on board like this, you don't get scared. You look at the demand and then see if the skills you have is able to meet those demands. If not, add more skills and then prepare. If you are running a company, you have to observe. Right now, most of the companies have already adopted agentic AI. Almost all the tools that I'm using now will likely see an agentic um, AI be in the form of a chatbot that will ask you, okay, let me, what do you want me to do, and the rest of it. So you see, in those cases, you have a company, the best you could do is for you to adopt it as quick as possible because the train is moving very, very fast, and no companies are not waiting for anybody, and users too are not waiting for anybody. So once they see a platform that is, doing better, more perfect, they're always ready to jump on board, right? So at the end of the day, be open minded and be ready to learn. I hope this video helps you. Follow me to get more tips like this. Remember, being unaware is even more dangerous, right? So follow me to get more tips like this. Like and share this to help more people. Thanks for watching and take care. Bye.